Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country. Anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. Goldbelly ships Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garden's famous cakes. So, if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's goldbelly.com, promo code GIFT.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hello! Welcome back from the holiday season. All the eggnog has been nogged, all of the countdowns have been counted, and here we are, a brand new year.
2024!
Ready for more!
And that's when we like to say the words...
Welcome to Eejits of the World!
With you,
Glenn Wall, and you,
Andrew Maxwell,
and us!
All right. This week on Eejits of the World, we have the Eejits of musical poltergeists.
We also have the Eejits of A&E visits.
We also have the Eejits of hitmen.
And finally, we have the Eejits of folk artists who turned into rock artists who turned into Bob Dylan.
In lingerie. Such a crazy story.
I'd stick around for that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a delicious podcast of really, really dumb people.
Each one a celebration on humanity's stupidness. And why do we like them? Why, Mr. Glenn?
Because they remind us of us.
Oh, they do. You know what they are? They're all treasures, every one of them.
That's right.
Each one of these stories we're going to tell you, these are people that tried and did not succeed.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Ah, well.
They succeeded in being,
Eejits.
very human.
Very human. Eejits.
Eejits.
Yeah? Who wants a god that does not have a feet of clay, I ask you?
Not me.
Not me.
I don't even know what that means, and I don't want it.
No chance. Alexander the Great. Was he, though? Discuss. Some other time, because we've got all these Eejits to get through.
And great compared to who? The rest of the humans? Well,
Or Ramesses. He was great as well. But he was a homebody. He never left the Nile.
no.
Right.
No. And he got a condom named after him. So
Ramesses?
I didn't even know what that means.
Really? Is there a condom called the Ramesses?
There's a Ramses, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know anymore, so something might have happened. Yeah, I don't know why condom companies go out of business, but it's probably not a good story.
Trojan is a terrible name when you think about it. It's like somebody clearly didn't know the story of the Trojans.
No.
You know, and why is it called the Greeks? Because they're the ones who actually brought the dangerous stuff inside a thing and put it inside a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
it's poorly planned.
Yeah, very poorly planned.
Even a Magnum, just goes off and goes everywhere. It's not...
Particularly once you break the chocolate seal.
No, I'm talking about the gun. Why would you name a condom after a gun?
Right, exactly. That's a very good point.
Yeah, those bullets get everywhere.
They sure do. All over you.
Yeah. If it's all over you, why were you even wearing a condom? But anyway. That's neither here nor there.
These are the fickle thoughts of people who have been resting, recuperating, and enjoying their Yuletide, And more importantly, sitting on the couch just flicking through her phone till we found some more Eejits for you. And what a cornucopia.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for an Eejit?
I'm ready to go. You lay it on me. What do you got? What do you got?
Well, one day you're going to have to actually pick me up because I'm going to take this one off the top shelf. This is world class Eejitism right here.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First story of the year. Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah. Suck it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. He of legendary West End stroke Broadway success, the world's most successful musical composer.
Yeah, he's got a few under his belt. Evita.
Cats.
Cats? Really?
Yeah. Chess. Jesus Christ Superstar.
Phantom of the Opera.
Midnight Run? No, what's it called? No. What's it called? The
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He wrote that one.
Romper Stomper? I don't know. It's weird. I don't think the songs worked in it.
I Spit on Your Grave by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What was the one where they're trains?
Oh, Starlight Express.
Starlight Express. I was thinking of Midnight Express.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking of Midnight Run. And then I was thinking of Run DMC. The point is, maybe I've rested too much. This is my first attempt at work for quite a while.
Yeah.
The point is, Andrew Lloyd Webber, extremely successful. I believe he's a Sir, in fact. I believe he's Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
He's the people's princess. That's what I think.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's the sort of princess we all want. Male and writes a lot of musicals.
Yeah. Very right wing, too. Flew back to vote for Brexit. Flew back into the country.
From his house in France.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He showed them. I don't
know where he was coming from.
I don't want you Brits back here getting rich enough that you can afford the houses around here.
Exactly.
In France.
Yeah. You think I want British people living around me? I don't. Why do you think I went to the south of France?
Yeah. He wants to live amongst the French, where the bread is shaped like cocks. There it is. So, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Andrew Lloyd Webber, it has come out this week. He did an interview in The Telegraph.
Okay. Well, nothing strikes me as odd yet.
Yeah, no, it's about to get super strange. Unbelievable. He said he had a house in Belgravia, one of the richest parts of London.
Yeah.
And he had a poltergeist. That's right.
That makes it sound like he acquired a poltergeist. Like,
it does.
He got a poltergeist for Christmas from his children.
Yes.
He screamed out of a box on Christmas morning. Knocked all the cups off the shelf. What, children, what is this?
Sorry, Father, we just thought you'd enjoy some rambunctiousness.
So unpredictable. So unpredictable.
Apparently, it's a demon from the ancient times.
Oh! Yes. And can we say its name?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Because it's foreign. So we can't pronounce it.
It won't tell us.
I mean, we've shouted in its face. What's your name?
I'll never speak coffee.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, keep it out of grandmother. We don't
keep it out of grandmother.
It'll snap one of her hips. Get the demon out of grandmother.
Yes.
All right. Get me my Bible. I'll get it out.
So poltergeist. I mean, of all the ghosts you could have, like a poltergeist is a real nuisance.
Yeah.
Is my understanding that the poltergeist is the one that knocks things around. A lot of moving. Stackers, bangers, movers.
Yeah.
Humpers and lumpers.
It would be, if you were in Germany, they'd say, that's a noisy ghost.
Yeah. They would. Yeah, they would. I get it.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, yeah. Yes. And his very timely friend, Zeitgeist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Einfach klasse, Juma, yeah. Yeah, very good. So yes, a poltergeist is essentially double terrifying for Andrew Lloyd Webber because it's both a ghost and clearly a manual labourer, just in his house, doing activities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he, these are the very words he said. He went, in the end, we had to get a priest to come and bless it, and it left.
I like that in the end is in there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why
like
I felt...
the Home Alone style of Andrew Lloyd Webber trying to get a ghost out of his house.
Everything. I sang to it. Just kettles, pots banging.
Yeah, like Mao trying to get rid of the sparrows. What we're going to do, children, is we're going to open the window and chase it out.
Every single note from chess. We're going to do all my greatest hits. Nothing moves it.
Is that why this started One Night in Bangkok is so long? He's trying to get a ghost out of his attic.
Every one of them. We played an increasingly dreadful musicals. I thought finally I had this perfidious demon on the rack when I went, right, it's time to do my musical about the troubles in Northern Ireland that was written by Ben Elton.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, Ben Elton, Troubles Belfast. And I quote from the people of Belfast, fucking what? Mate, you're fucking kidding me? Two superstars of comedy and musicals together, fairly unpicking, you know what I mean? 500 years of internecine feuding. You know what I mean? Finally, you ain't this guy did fucking Evita. You know what I mean? He could do Evita, you know what I mean? He could do Jerry Adams.
Another suitcase, another bomb.
I don't even know what the fucking songs were. I'm just trying to think of a single one of his songs. What are they? Don't Cry for Me, Jerry Adams. I don't really, so the point is, I don't even know. I think it was called The Beautiful Game, but I might be wrong.
That is amazing. I never ever heard of that, and I count myself as somebody that keeps an eye on these sort of things.
You're an aficionado of stage and screen, I believe.
I am. When did this happen?
Good 15 years ago, like a long time when Ben Elton was still in his prime.
Ah, yeah. See, I know what I was doing 15 years ago. A few things slipped by my steely gaze in those times.
Yeah, sure.
I probably knew about it at the time, but it's not.
Didn't go fully in.
It's not attached itself to
the cerebellum.
To the old memory.
The old noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's so that was the bit that really in the end. They tried everything.
Yeah.
Everything to get the poltergeist out of the house. Everything. And eventually, they hit on, we'll get a priest in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, too, is you can't really get a priest for a poltergeist. So I think...
So why is that?
Well, it's not their... I don't know. Priests are there for the demons. So maybe that's what they tried to do. They tried to get a demon to eat their poltergeist, and it was like, we go with the god of the cat and swallowed the fly.
We've ended up with Beelzebub in the kitchen.
Yeah. We missed the poltergeist, I'll tell you that much.
All he ever did was rattle a couple of things.
Yeah.
Now we've got this horned beast that is satiated on 1,000 other ghouls.
Yeah, and it's... Just to keep him in bay, the amount of sacrifices we have to do. Blood sacrifices every morning. And we have the school run. So we have a goat splayed across the altar, and if you don't get the incantation right, well, guess what? You got to do it again. It's not just about watching the goat bleed. No, it's saying the Latin perfectly.
Yeah. This is all going on within the background. I want Cocoa Pops. Why did she get Cocoa Pops?
I am trying to satiate a demon. Please.
Please, watch Booba. That's your practice, demon. Watch Booba. What do you mean we haven't got Netflix anymore? Just watch it on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. I'm sorry, Mr. Demon.
Apparently the demon's got himself onto the Wi-Fi and he's taking up a lot of bandwidth, and boy, oh boy, you think your average teacher has a very strange search history. You just wait till a demon gets onto your Wi-Fi.
Ooh. You see, demons are super old. For them, MILFs are teenagers.
Yeah.
So it gets nasty real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think. Well, yes, I concur with that. But when I heard about this story, what concerned me is that maybe Andrew Lloyd Webber was thinking of turning The Exorcist into a musical, which will be your mother, your mother. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
And darkness, curtain closed, interval.
Yeah, and they're all on roller skates.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
I just hope Richard Burton's character is. Did you know that Richard Burton, not in The Exorcist, but was in The Exorcist 2?
What do you mean? Oh, the sequel?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And toward when that came out, I've never seen The Exorcist Part 2, but I know what Richard Burton was like at that time. Like this is post both divorces from Liz. So yeah, he's getting ready to leave us.
Oh boy, was he?
Like just cut. Richard, I think you got Linda's script again, because she's supposed to vomit in this scene.
I was led to believe.
I don't remember Richard Burton even talks like.
I could use that sort of deep, posh, theatrical Welsh.
But it's like a man from the palace who's learned how to talk posh.
Yeah.
I assume he was already booked because of his experience in spirits.
Yeah, oh.
Tell you what.
You need to get rid of a spirit, do you? You've called the finest.
I will clear. First, I will start with the Kahlua. Fourth is a breakfast spirit. By the end of this day is out. So will you be.
I will have exercised that whole bar.
I am the most astonishing bit, right? So it's a very short article, so it just leaves so many questions.
Yeah.
Right. So there he is. He's in the Telegraph. He mentions the fact that he had a poltergeist in his big old house in Belgravia. Right? And eventually he dealt with it because in the end, he tried everything else. Tried to get rid of him with Ben Elton. Didn't work. Whatnot. Got a priest in. The priest, all I had to do was bless it. And gone.
Wow.
Well, but here's the evidence that he put forward that he had a poltergeist. The poltergeist would take my theatre scripts and place them in neat piles in odd places. And I was like,
Yeah.
has Andrew Lloyd Webber never heard of the concept of cleaners? Right? Did Andrew Lloyd Webber as a teenager not live with his mum? This is all the evidence of a mum being in a house rather than a poltergeist.
Yeah, and this to me also shows you the difference between poltergeists and demons, because if that was a demon, he would have taken those scripts back to hell where they came from.
I will take this clunky dialogue. Your script is
is wooden!
Yeah.
It's actually in the world of theatre, it's called The Book.
Yeah, we need this back in the torture room. There's just been some people sitting around going, well, we don't. What are we supposed to read to each other for all of eternity?
We can't just keep sticking forks up each other's asses.
No, it's getting old. Where are the devils? Like, where are the Lloyd Webber scripts? We're dying out here.
The one which makes a South American dictator's mistress seem good. I'd write it myself, but I'm incapable. I don't have an eye for a smash hit. Truly that devil. Even the devil couldn't write it.
I'd like to be that's right. We had to go outside to get it. We had to farm this out. We couldn't write it in hell. Subcontracted Lloyd Webber for our torture devices.
Well, there you go. Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, we salute you.
Yeah.
You little lollipop.
He's a funny little onion. You gotta admit, he's a
little onion. He's a cartoon of a French onion.
He does look like a cartoon of a French onion. Very accurate description. And that's our bumper sticker this week. There you go. Have you ever carried out an exorcism yourself?
Yes, we had to. When we moved into the place I live in now, my wife thought there was a ghost, and then I was like, "No, there's
neighbors.
There's not
neighbors.
a ghost.
There's just neighbors.
Yeah. And then she She went to do some wallpapering, and she took all the wallpaper came off in like one pull because we had a damp problem that we didn't know about, and it exposed the outline that like there was a water stain on the wall, and it was obviously a witch. Like it looked like the water stain of a witch, like fully profile. And I just didn't say anything, like, but she already thinks there's
side on witch on a broomstick.
Fully a witch. But I couldn't say anything until because I knew she was worried there was a ghost in her house. But I'm looking at this witch, going, Jesus Christ! And finally, she was like, "It looks like a witch." Yes, it looks like a witch. Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay, there's been some witching.
England, they've had witches for a long time. We live probably close to one of the places that they drown them, and then now there's the spirit of a witch stuck in our house. Okay, what are you gonna do?
It's a pretty astonishing bit of witchcraft, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being able to coalesce into the shape of, a witch from behind wallpaper.
Yeah, like you ran through it like a cartoon or something.
This witch was trying to flee from a baying mob of, hatted.
Oh yeah, with a buckle on it.
Hatted.
Yeah.
Witch
Come, Ezekiel.
Yeah, well, that's where you live, in the sort of east of England.
Is that where all the witchings
That's
went?
where there was the Witchfinder General and all that carry on.
I love that. I'm really fascinated by
you know what?
Witchfinder.
The Witchfinder...
There was so many of them that they had a general. I'm just a private in the witch-finding army, but...
I do what I can. I'm a witchfinder corporal, to be honest. I'm just finding moody chicks. I just find moody lasses. I don't know whether the witches or not, but, some of them can be right mardy. And it says it in book. I've been given, a book that tells me when's a witch.
Tests.
It's a witch.
Yeah, hold on.
Mouldy.
You take the pencil.
That's right.
Like that.
That's right. She's all mardy, right? You ask them one question and they knows whether you got a witch in your hand. right? They're all mardy. You go, are you mardy or what? Right? Yeah. No, go, not be mardy. Right? Here's your follow-up question. It's in book. Right? Is it the time of month? Don't know what it means. You know what, do you? But I tell you what, which? Straight away. Nose gets pointier. Hat gets more conical in shape. Right? Broomsticks start moving around. Yeah. Cats start consorting. Right? Is it the time of month? Boom! You got a fucking witch right there. Yeah. But I'm not allowed to burn them.
Drown her.
Not allowed.
As soon as you ask that question, you just got to drown them.
I wish, mates, but I'm only a corporal.
Oh, yeah. You got to get it signed off. It goes, right. They kick it upstairs.
That's right.
And then it comes back down. You see,
that's it. I'm just allowed sticky. I've got a sticky yellow bag that I'm allowed to stick to your broomstick. Then it's up to you. You got a month to contact your council. But this guy who was the famous witch finder general, sort of, it was around the English Civil War time, and he was getting around East Anglia looking for witches. He didn't find a lot, but Jesus, he rode a lot of sluts. Oh yeah, oh he was showing up in town. You better be. Is there a witch here? You know, one that dresses all sexy on Halloween.
Was all just he was taking their temperature. Yeah, that's right. Just that's one of the things about witches. Now, I've lost my thermometer. There's one. I mean, I could just. Well, you know what? I'll just do it this way. I'll do it the old-fashioned way.
We shall do it the way we have always done it.
Now,
scientific cunnilingus.
Do you want to take this orally or do you want to take it anally? Because I just got to check your temperature.
If your temperature is below a certain Celsius, then you are in fact a good Christian maiden.
Yeah, and we don't want any of those.
No, not in the barn anyway. In the scullery, certainly.
Yeah, we don't want to test any of the good Christians. They're not witches.
No. Boring chicks.
Yeah.
But I've been carried by 4 fat men from London town in this tiny phone box. My balls are full.
Yeah, I'm ready to look for a few witches. You know what I mean?
Super horny for witches. Anyway, yeah, so very good. So what happened then? Did you get rid of your witch or what happened?
Yeah, we got a priest in.
You did not?
We did, and it was the...
which was it, a Roman Catholic priest?
No.
You got an Anglican in?
An Anglican who did.
You got a fucking Anglican?
Yeah.
What?
I know.
What did he
do? He didn't really know what to do.
Of course he didn't. He's an Anglican. That's literally part of being an Episcopalian, goddammit.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure.
I think he was sort of like the Ghostbusters at the start of the movie, because there's not really much for priests to do, just people aren't going to church very much anymore.
Well, it's their loss.
Yeah, so he's just sort of rattling around the offices and, comes in like, somebody thinks I got a ghost of a witch in. Like, well, I usually wouldn't do anything about that, but I've been clear for all of February, so I'm going to go get this witch out of there.
Well, let me see. What's in the diary? Well, obviously, there is the services on Sunday. Mm-hmm. It is Monday. There's the bake sale. That's until Friday. And there's confronting a witch. Okay. Well, I'll stick the golf clubs in the car anyway. Didn't take too long. So how long did the
he just
Church of England?
It's not long, and it's not like. I think they've streamlined it. I don't think there's no Latin involved.
Did you get to stay in the room while he did his work?
Yeah. He didn't really know what to do. He just walked around the house and he read some things from the Bible that I didn't take too much notice about what he was reading. But then, because
but surely
my son had it was under the impression that my son had seen the apparition, and it couldn't have just been his imagination. Yeah, this is the 3-year-old boy. I mean, they just don't make stuff up.
That's why we have them in court.
Yeah.
All the time. Particularly complex fraud cases.
Yes. Your Honor, I'd like to call the 3-year-old boy into this. It's like an expert that you get, like a 3-year-old boy.
That'd be great. We just got 3-year-olds to sort stuff out.
Yeah, we're going to explain it to him and see what he thinks. He had a talk with my son and just
reassured him.
Told him that God. He said that that God loved my son and God is stronger than anything. He said God is, you may think that there's a ghost in here, but God loves you and God is stronger than anything. And if you love God, you're stronger than anything. And my son really took that on board, and the priest left, and then we saw my son in the backyard a few days later, and he was trying to pick up a really heavy rock, but failing. Because all he heard from that is like, if you love God, you can pick up anything.
You gotta work your way up to it, but it's true.
I liked his mind where he was like he took it all on board, but he also wanted to test it. Like he was like, well, it's obviously true, but let's have a look. And I can't pick this up.
No, well, you gotta work your way up, like.
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves. Like, you can't just pick up a dolman. Right? You gotta start off with a 3 kg.
That's right.
No, don't even start with a 5 kg. Have you got a Eejit story for me, Mr. Glenn?
Yeah, it's more, there's no specific Eejit in it. It's just, it's a fact I learned that,
so is it scientific in nature?
well, I guess, yeah, in many ways. It's just a statistic that was released just at the end of the year. You can do with it what you like, but I think the viewers at home would appreciate knowing this. Did you know that in the A&E of
Accident and emergency.
Yeah, not the arts and entertainment. Although when you hear the statistic, it's actually a little low if it's arts and entertainment. But people at the A&E for the amount for every 3 people who had to go to the A&E with something wedged in their vaginas, every 4th one, it was for the anus.
I see. So what you're telling me is in Great Britain, people are stuffing things, are getting things trapped up their foof at 3 times the rate as they're getting trapped up.
Yeah.
They're trapped
and
up.
all that tells me is that 1 in 4 women know how to have fun.
This is
1 in 4 women are open-minded.
Well,
Minded.
Apparently the term is foreign objects.
Oh, don't blame them.
I'm telling you, that's what how the NHS actually describes it, when something, a foreign object, gets stuck up your ass.
It came in on a dinghy. God damn it. Once we get our people in government, these foreign objects will not be riding up the shores of our women.
That's right, mate. I only want domestic objects. Getting stuck up my bird's
In
clunge.
our women.
Women's clunges. Domestic objects. Like a bottle of Domestos. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So, I mean, thing that people remember. So, I mean, real, you know what I mean? Like marzipan.
Show it that you care.
Show that you care. You go shove a thing up there.
Yeah.
Have on.
Have a look.
Have a look. Price the job up. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see what's happening. You've had a foreign object up there, haven't you?
Yeah, well, that's right. You get him from China. Well, what do you expect?
You get a lot in there. This is great.
That's your problem.
Apparently, it's 73,300 foreign objects
Whoa.
But that's
Same woman.
boy.
Gee.
Hey, it
You
ain't
don't
nice.
come here for the hunting, do you?
They call her Louise the Pincushion. I know what it means. The vast majority of those foreign objects have gone into the eyes, the ears, and the noses of Great Britain.
Oh, on a good night, yeah.
But,
Boy.
but 5,421 have been in vaginas, and 1,502 have been in rectums.
Oh, God.
Rectum!
Even the foreign objects are getting laid more than me. I'm gonna have to disguise my dick as a foreign object just to get a little action.
You want it to be a bit more plasticky.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need a plastic
It's a
penis.
goddamn on button. Maybe somebody will come by.
There's more to this, right? So there's more stats in this story. This is the one that really intrigued me. I wasn't particularly intrigued by people sticking things up themselves. People do it.
Wow.
People do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should. They do
It
do it.
happens, but how did they get lost? Like, were you eating some popcorn beforehand? You got the butter on your fingers. Oh, no. That's right up there.
Haven't you? Have you read the story of Hansel and Gretel? Leave a trail of stones. Right? They get completely lost in there.
Yeah, I would never let any of these ladies hook a trailer up because they don't have a safety chain at that point. You need
You need a safety chain.
you need a goddamn safety chain if you're gonna pull things around.
This was the bit that intrigued me. Have you heard of pariahism? Pariahism?
No.
Well, there's been a 9% rise in pariahism.
Ooh.
It is the
But what as we as a community can do about this?
Yes, this has been a 9% rise in pariahism, which is the curse of the prolonged and unwelcome erection.
Wow.
373 people presented themselves, that's probably not the correct way to put it, to A&E suffering from pariahism. And then the article just moves on to other stuff. I'm like, what's the treatment?
Don't take the bus home.
Don't go near any diesel vehicle for quite a while. That's not going to help. Well, no, seriously, but it didn't mention what the treatment for it is. Is it like a lubed up Connect 4 set?
Well, maybe it's just the poor guy lives beside the women's volleyball team's training facility. Can't look out the window without, hey, doo, ah. Oh, they're back. Oh.
God, they're doing beach volleyball now.
I think you should definitely, if somebody comes to the hospital, you should definitely check what they live close to. Because some of those guys shouldn't be going home. It just won't go away. Okay.
Won't go
Do you
away.
live close to the zoo? Because if you do, we're going to look into you.
We're going to show you a picture of Andrew Lloyd Webber now. Is it old Andrew Lloyd Webber or in his prime Andrew Lloyd Webber? We can't tell the difference. Here's the picture. Now then. Do you howl like a demon?
Hey, that's just a picture of a French onion. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's really a guy.
That's Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber you're looking at. And that glint in his eye is him realising that he should be in business with Ben Elton. Yeah, there you go. Didn't explain what it was. But it is, you know what I mean? It is one of those ones that is always assumed that men are dirtier than women, right? Women are, you're always the only one thing on your mind.
Yeah.
But we now have the raw statistics, my friends.
That's right.
Here's
We're
the
not
actual
dirtier,
evidence.
We're more honest.
We're sticking a third of the amount of things into us that you're sticking into you. And that's not even taking into account the lady folk of this world also have another, you know what I mean? They've also got the back door.
Yeah, they didn't mention the genders of
No, did not.
of the bums. The bum is genderless, by the way.
Did you know that? That's what this podcast is about, my friends. It's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, that could be the bumper sticker, but you might get a few honks that you weren't.
Did you know the bumhole is genderless? Well, there's been an ice cream van behind me for the last 80 miles.
Waving at you.
Pull over!
A bunch of kids just sprinting after.
If you go down to the woods today, pull over!
It's a podcast! It's a podcast, sir!
So, anyway, there you go.
Yeah.
But I tell you what they do. I don't know whether bumholes are in fact genderless. I don't know whether I can actually back that up. But I'll tell you what though. They're each as unique as a fingerprint. Did you know that? Did you know that? They can now, it's like the equivalent
Waiting for this to come up in a courtroom drama. Your Honor. The murderer butt scooched down the stairs to get away. Well, did you know that the anus is as individual as a man's finger?
That's right. What we are learning from science as it constantly evolves, pardon my French, Your Honor, is that the anus is unique as a snowflake.
A genderless snowflake.
And what Leroy Jenkins unwittingly did that day was leave his divine individual signature on that worktop.
We went into the bowl. The man forgot to flush. And what we can do with a log of feces now is you can see where it would tick it off. It's like a bullet.
That's right.
Like a bullet. It's a smoking gun of an anus.
Now there's a bumper sticker. You got a smoking gun of an anus. You know that?
Yeah, get Johnny Cochran to come up with some rhyme. Try to get the guy off. If the ass don't shit, you got to quit.
Show us your anus if you want to save us.
Do you want to see? I've got a goddamn right to see your anus. That guy.
What's it?
You can't handle the truth. A Few Good Men.
Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, great
Yeah,
movie.
they cut the anus scene out of A Few Good Men. It got it. Yeah, that was like an NC-17 when they kept it in.
That's weird because it was a courtroom drama about naval hijinks. They took all the bum holes out of it. Yeah. What was left? Nothing.
That's why Nicholson had to do a 20-minute speech at the end. The goddamn movie lasted about 37 minutes when they took all the butts out of it.
You're taking all the sea shanties. It took me 3 months to learn all those sea shanties.
Tom Cruise is just bored once he found out all the anuses were coming out.
Packing my plane. Have you any idea how many things a man from Nantucket can do?
I mean, I could sing it. It's burned in there. That song is burned. I get drunk and sing it for no reason.
Not in this movie. I've been through the script again. The bum holes have gone. Oh well.
All right.
Ah, well, there you go. Well, I'm glad we got the opportunity to discuss science with you.
Yeah.
Now then, are you ready for some more Eejits?
Sure.
Boy, oh boy. I've got some Eejits for you.
Okay.
What a collection of Eejits. Let me count them for you because this is going to become very germane to the story. 1 Eejit, 2 Eejits, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Eejits. Now then, we're going to China, the Middle Kingdom.
All right.
The People's Republic.
Yeah, right, man. The People's Princess's Republic.
Yes. Now, I've made an editorial decision that I wasn't going to give you all my different Chinese impressions.
Oh.
Do you know why? Pearls before swine. None of you will get them. Mm-hmm. You won't know that I'm doing, a Nanjing impression.
No.
You'll just go, oh, that's your classic Canton impression. Wrong.
No.
Wrong. So there is a city right down the south of China called Guangxi.
Yep. 900 million people.
Yes,
Yeah, every time I hear there's a city in China you've never heard of, must be like a city or a town. 900 million people.
70 million people.
Since the earthquake when half of them died.
First time you hear about them, they're already gone. Horrible. Never got a chance to enjoy them at all.
No.
The river
And
burst.
they're floating cities. What? They had a city that floated?
What other amazing
in the
things?
air. Inventors of the upside down helicopter. How did they do that?
Gone, sadly. Anyway, so that's
I think I know how they died. They didn't put their seatbelts on.
that in the river.
Yeah.
The river.
Yep. Never riding an upside down helicopter without a seatbelt. That's what you've learned from that.
Boy, anyway, to the story at hand.
Yes.
And what a story I have for you. So this is 2019. Mm-hmm. Right? There is a businessman, right? His name is Tan Yu Hui.
Okay.
Right? And he gets in trouble with a competitor. Oh. He feels like the competitor is going to bankrupt him. So,
What to do?
What to do indeed. What to doodly do. So he hires a hitman.
Yeah.
In the tale as old as time itself.
Yeah.
If you do not actually live...
And we're not talking about a guy, we're not talking about Andrew Lloyd Webber. Hit after hit.
Hit after. Amazingly middle...
I want you to write a musical about this guy, and I don't want him to look good in it.
I want his weird wife to be the star. Right. Anyway, so there's the business.
But I think something's been lost in translation, but I'll do it.
Of course I'll do it. It's in fennel poltergeist. Anyway, so our businessman, right?
Cut to the Tony Awards. Andrew and his ghost up. I mean, I didn't like the idea when I first heard of it,
but then something really grabbed me about it. The money. That really grabbed me.
Chinese money.
Just like real money. Only there's much more of it.
Picture of somebody I don't know.
Businessman, you're going to need to concentrate on this one because this is going to get super complicated.
I'm getting goofy.
This is going to get super weird real quick, right? So you got a businessman, right? He falls out with his business rival. True. He hires a hitman to kill his business rival.
Smarter idea than mine.
Yes. He went, I will pay you 2 million of Chinese money.
35 cents.
No, it works out for one hit. He was offering $282,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money
That's
for
a
him.
lot to get you find a guy to paint a fence for you.
So what happens? So our hitman, he takes the money and he thinks, yeah, fuck it, I'll hire a hitman. This is amazing. So the hitman now hires hitman. So the businessman hires a hitman. Okay. This hitman hires a hitman to get him to kill the business rival.
Okay.
For $141,000.
Half of the money.
Half. Right.
Yeah.
So now the hitman 2's now he's got. He's none the wiser. He's delighted.
He doesn't know the plan. He just
he knows he's got $141,000 to kill a guy. Right. So he's got the money. He's got the job, and he thinks, I'll hire a hitman. Right? So now So he hires a hitman. Right? This hitman, he goes to this hitman, he goes, I'll pay you $35,000. It's quite a steep haircut, right? If you go out there and, kill this guy. So this guy takes the job for $35,000. He's like, fair enough. I'll do it. And now he's got the job and he's got 35 grand. And he's I'll hire a hitman. Right, so he hires a hitman. So this hitman, right? So he takes the job for 30 grand.
Okay.
So then, so now he's got 30 grand on a gun. He's got to kill this guy. And he thinks, raining out there. Southern China. High levels of precipitation on a daily basis.
It's always gonna rain. Yeah.
I'll hire a hitman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just call it in like on one of the apps, one of the new.
He hires a hitman.
Did somebody say just kill?
Did somebody say just kill? He hires a hitman for 14 grand. Right? Now the 14 grand hitman in a stroke of genius. How did all of this unravel? 14 grand hitman gets word that, he's basically ripped off by a businessman and 4 hitmen, and goes to the guy that he's meant to kill for 14 grand and goes, do you fancy faking your own death and we'll split the money? We'll both get 7 grand each. I'd love to believe that as the money went down, like the quality of the hit went to shit as well. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, the last one didn't kill him at all. You know what I mean? The guy who was going to kill him for more than $250,000 US, that he was going to, he had a laser, Day of the Jackal laser sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had to have another guy there to just regulate his breathing so he could just shoot him from 1/4 mile away.
Yeah. Waiting for the train to go around the bend.
Yeah. And then the next guy was, going to poison him with a cake.
Yeah, the helicopter would come down and take the car on a magnet.
Yeah.
Sadly, they only have upside down helicopters. It's a really bad invention. It doesn't.
Huge in that province, but weird. You try and sell
the only thing it's good for is not doing hits like this. It stops it, and I guess maybe it was happening a lot. But.
Yeah. So that's hitman number 2. Hitman number 3, he was a master with the stiletto. He was just going to plunge a dagger into the tear duct and back out again. Nobody would have known.
Like his shoes.
Yeah, I did. That's what distracts them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, well, I'll just blend in and then I'll stab him with my stilettos.
It just shows up to like a fancy restaurant in a suit and stilettos.
So distracting. He's a 55-year-old retired cop in really sexy shoes, like unbelievably sexy heels. Yeah. What? Dead. Yeah. Before your questions can ever be answered.
Yeah, doing like a sexy dance with it too, like ballroom dancing. Yeah, dun dun.
Oh, you mean it's like that's the rose between his teeth, in fact, has a blade within its stem. Nice. Yeah. But that's what you get. That's what you get for 35 grand.
Yeah.
30 grand just hits you with his car. 14 grand doesn't kill him at all. Like, just doesn't even kill him.
14 grand, he just makes fun of you. Like, he just gets a job by you and just really taunts you every day.
Maybe it was just Chinese whispers. Can you kill a man for $250,000? Sure. 140.
Fill a clam for 40.
Yeah, the final guy.
I think the final guy's just got a boner he can't get rid of. It's just by him all day, creeping him out.
not going to kill you, but I will ruin your day.
Yeah.
I have pariahism.
Yeah.
But they were all found guilty. They were all done. They were
All for murder or some for fraud?
All attempted murder.
Wow.
Because obviously nobody got fucking killed in the end. But and they all got done for the same amount of time. It's all about 5-6 years each. 3 to 5 years each. And I thought that's unfair. Surely Hitman 1 should have to do 28 years. And obviously our last lovable hitman, the hitman who simply couldn't. In fact, none of them could. I'm starting to wonder whether any of them were hitmen.
Yeah, well, I mean, they obviously weren't, because if they're hitmen and they all know each other, wouldn't they have kept hearing the offer come up on the hitman, like...
Oh, I see.
You know,
yeah,
like,
in the Gazette.
Yeah.
In the parish Gazette of hitmen.
In code in the back pages of the newspaper, like under the house painters thing.
Take one of these.
Yeah, who wants to paint this guy's house for
Who wants to paint this guy's house with his brains for $250,000?
Police finally got wise.
You managed to flew the coop, or whatever the expression is. Oh man, what a story!
Yeah. I feel for like you say, like the lower it gets, because everybody who sees the other person come in, they have to be like a little like, oh good, I'm not the end of this train. At least I'm higher up. At least
I'm a 35 grand hit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll be down there scratching around on the 7 grand
it's like the Hitman Award ceremony.
Yeah. Oh, I was an ad break award. Nobody even filled my chair when I went for a piss. Well, I suppose it all ends where, all's well that ends well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Nobody got killed.
No, the guy's still alive.
He's alive.
He's probably not a good human, because if your rival is the kind of person that does that, they're probably up to something.
Listen, it's we're not here to judge. Well,
I am. I suppose you are a judge. I'll do it. They live in China. They don't know. They're not going to ever listen to this. They don't know.
You don't think this is big in the Chinese hitman game? This pod, huge.
Is it?
Of course. Most have been hitmans waiting. Sitting here.
Right.
Waiting in your car. You remember, you're
well, I know how much I like to listen to Chinese podcasts. So
massive.
Now I feel dumb, because, I like it's just in the car.
I like to listen to Yao Ming's podcast.
What's it about?
It's about his life. About his life as a retired NBA basketball star.
Shoe shopping with Yao Ming.
Yeah, not easy for him.
No, it's
It could be a whole episode trying to get those boats for feet into shoes.
Okay,
I'll accept it. Some of it's about his life,
Yeah. Have you heard the theory that he was? It's a conspiracy theory, but he was grown in a lab.
That Yao Ming was grown in a lab.
Yeah,
big lab. I mean, it's a big lab.
Yeah. If a lab did it, like, congratulations, you really made a big guy there.
Yeah, all we got to do is find the big labs.
Yeah,
that's the first thing we can do. We got all those little labs out.
Yeah, look on the internet. Who's been ordering really big Pyrex? Why, that Bunsen burner's gigantic.
I think we got our man.
They're building big people in that lab. Yeah, you want big fish, you get big bait.
Look at the size of the pipette tube on this thing. What are they making in here? NBA stars? Is that what they're doing? Super Chinese NBA players?
Well, it looks like that's the long and the short of it.
That's Jimmy Long and Alan Short.
That's the whole show. They're just so bereft of ideas. They're like two cops and they're trying to find people growers. What?
People growers?
Yeah, they travel the globe. They try to find people like scientists who make it really big. Well, I mean, who knows why they're making the people? Some of them are going to be really big, some are going to be really small. And that's why the name is
That's what yin and yang means. If you get a giant kid, you get a midget kid. That's how it works. That's how science works.
And that's the #1 show in America. The #1 show.
Used to be The Bachelor. Now it's Giant and the Little Fella.
The long and the short of it.
The long and the short of it. Yes, anyway, well, good luck to you all. Hopefully you'll all be out of prison soon. And
you'll be murdering in no time. Well, not murdering in no time soon.
Yes, that's right. You'll be failing to murder people for money real soon.
Yeah, just
hold it down there and choke
tennis ball bounce off the wall and back into your hand is one tennis ball bounce closer to freedom.
That's the spirit. So we'll see you around soon, lads.
Yeah,
and don't you worry, I've got some jobs for you.
Yeah.
But like I say, now that you're kind of in the public gaze,
you're gonna get it.
Your money's a lot. You know what I mean? I'm paying you 50 quid.
I don't know. I'm paying you 25 quid, and you're paying somebody else 25 quid. But
look, we'll have a whip around. You'll be back killing in no time.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to say. Well, good. Do you have a story to round this cornucopia?
Sure I do.
You got a little tiddler there for me?
Yeah. Oh, he's not been announced in this show before, which kind of surprises me because he's a weird dude. Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan. The chillin' villain.
Oh, what's Bob Dylan done? And he's in Eejits of the world. What happened? What's he done?
It just came by on the internet. I mean, it made me laugh.
It came by on the internet one day.
Yeah.
I was searching whether it's true that I'm gay. When it's not at all.
What did you search for that?
Is Bob Dylan gay? That's what they told me to search one day. Yeah. It's not true in any way. Never know with Bob.
No.
So
I'm sure he's had a few. Come on.
Yeah. Not all the organs he's had in his mouth play a tune. That's what they say. That's what they say in Greenwich Village, anyway.
Yeah. I think it'd be sort of like the same sort of movement. Like it wouldn't be good because he'd be.
I suck a dick from right to left, not up and down.
I think that's always been my problem. Like, I really hate the harmonica, and I think it is that thing. I can't stand the sound it makes.
Even when Stevie Wonder plays
Don't like him. Don't like him. But it is because of those the one-man band things that they have, and people are singing along, and it's a perfectly good song, and then it's like it's like watching a cow eat like in a trough.
I see.
Wow. Yeah, visually I don't like the way harmonicas are, but that's not why I bring Bob Dylan up. He made a commercial for Victoria's Secret.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know about this either. But the woman
is he in the lingerie?
Yeah, we all are. You know, don't make me take this shirt off and show you my bra. My lacy bra.
It's from Bob Dylan's range.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. so he's a red-blooded man in a lacy bra.
And something inside of him died.
Yeah, what of it?
I was born in the Iron Range wearing another man's underwear. That man was a lady.
The times they are changing.
So he's in a Victoria's Secret ad. Doing what?
Just being Bob Dylan. I don't know, tax trouble, whatever the reason he was.
What's he do in the ad? Like, what's he?
He's just sort of like 1980s cokehead staring out the window, kind of like, where's the dealer? You know, like sort of checking sunglasses at night style. Like, he's got that faraway look. And the director was telling this story. She was trying to get him to wear a hat because she thought that's what was going to save it. But it is like it's him being all weird and sort of. He would have been about 55 or 60 at the time.
Dancing around? Is he singing?
No,
What's
he's
he
sort
doing?
of shuffling around. Shuffling around on marble steps, like just sort of. I don't know what I'm doing here. But then, just a gorgeous woman is
a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm telling tales here. Famed for their sexual attractiveness.
Yes,
that's kind of why they're there.
Yeah.
That's what I understand. But that's what I understand. Beautiful young Brazilian woman, Victoria's Secret ad.
Yeah, they're like the kind of women that they're so beautiful. You're like, she's still beautiful now, isn't she? You can just tell.
Yeah. Oh, you mean always beautiful?
Yeah.
Permo beautiful.
Yeah. And she's never not going to be beautiful.
Oh, look at me. You're thinking like Heidi Klum's my age. Like, she's going to be an absolute goer.
Yeah.
She's like 90.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm playing the waiting game. I'll still do it, Heidi. I can't see very well anymore.
I've got a little bell on my Zimmer frame. So there's a model. There's a beautiful woman, scantily clad, beautiful woman.
Yeah,
I get all that. That's a Victoria's Secret ad, right? There's no point in us getting coy now. Some people find a beautiful woman's not enough. Let's get her in a bit of clobber.
Yeah, I don't know who was like, well, I was going to buy lingerie, but only if Bob Dylan pokes his weird little pencil mustache face in there, because that's what
is it that era of Bob? It's like,
yeah,
strange little mustache.
But not dressing like a hippie anymore, sort of like in the blazer with the rolled up sleeves with the pencil mustache. It's just, Bob, you should have put that pipe down a little bit. You got something happened around 1979 where you should have just dried out, but you didn't, and now we're all gonna have to look at it like Traveling Wilburys era, Bob.
Oh, wow, that's not a sexy Bob.
That's not a sexy Bob, and it wouldn't make me buy lingerie.
So go on. So the director.
She's like, well, she's probably tried a bunch of different things, but she's like, Bob, can we get you to wear a hat? And he's like, I don't wear hats. But my friends know me, and they know I don't wear hats. She's like, really fought her on it. She's like, Bob, I've been to your concerts, seen you in a hat. This is a album cover of you with a hat on. He's like, you must be mistaken.
You seem to be confused, lady.
That's not an album. That is the chocolate. So he wouldn't wear this hat. But I mean, I'm aware of a Bob Dylan story, which is very similar to this. When he made Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Bob Dylan acted for a while. People forget about this.
This is Heaven's Gate, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
It was
Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid.
Sure, he's going through his cowboy phase.
Yeah, gotcha. Which everyone did at that time too. The Eagles all thought they were cowboys. And there was lots of songs about Billy the Kid. Like Warren Zevon had one. It was just a really weird time in LA.
Bon Jovi thought he was a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, it was a really, really strange time where it was really cool. The Rolling Stones started to sing country and western for a while.
We're dealing Bob Dylan here.
Yeah.
Let's not bring Mick Jagger into this.
Exactly. But he's in that movie, and the director, I'd heard a story about this too. He was doing a scene, and he couldn't understand continuity. So one day they're shooting half the scene, and he's got a hat on, and then the next day he shows up in a different hat. And they're like, Bob, it's still the same scene. You can't wear a different hat. And he's like, yeah, but what if my character got up and went and got a different hat. Well, could we do that?
He's such a strange man. He's such a weird little man.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, he's been in a Victoria's Secret ad. And I don't know about you, but I can tell you for nothing, I haven't.
No, I've seen a few. I mean, God, probably my my image is probably burnt in like that witch on my wall of Victoria's Secret ad. You know, but people don't realize the significance of the Victoria's Secret catalog to men of me and Andrew's age, because pornography was not ever present. You got what you could get your hot little fists on, and I mean, they were hot. After a while,
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying
what's happened to your hair?
I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, who's serious? Captain Caveman.
Oh fuck. Anyway, we must wrap up. So, in conclusion,
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Good luck to you weird little man.
Yeah, strange little cat. Even little cats are like, that guy's weird.
Yeah, the cats are licking their assholes in the dirty lane. Looking back at Bob, going, you've lost your brain. I never had it. Yeah. Don't look at me, Tabby, claiming that I owned a hat.
That's great, Bob. We're going to just cut that. Put that. That'll be a hit.
What fine, I'll tell you what an absolute blazing array of Eejits.
Yeah.
Great start
this week.
Great start to the new year. Well, thank you very much, Eejits.
Thank you people at home. Thanks for coming back.
And
bringing your friends
wherever you get your podcasts. You know, like and subscribe. And
subscribe and tell your friends. We want everybody to feel as good as you do right now.
We sure do.
Yeah.
It's been a Pod People production.
A Pod People production.
Sure has. See you next week.
Bye.